Welcome to another day of Bhagavad Gita Sadhana. It is so good to have you here. I say that a lot. There's something else I'm going to say again. We have a Gita workshop coming up this Saturday. We've always got Gita events coming up. Websites below if you ever want to check those out. And as a reminder, also below, if you hit the More button in my summary, you can get the day's themes, the day's mudras, the day's dedications, and others. And I'm mentioning that because I had a specific question about could I write down all the mudras that I've been using? So they're there for your perusal. And you might think, wow, she said some of these things multiple times. Why does she keep saying them? And that, of course, goes right into today's topic, which is actually quite different from the one I thought I would be doing just a few minutes ago. But the overarching topic of this segment of our talk is what is your path? That is, how do you pursue life and the spiritual? It's unique to everyone, and that's something we need to accept, that what looks perfect for us is probably not nearly perfect for others, and they have their own way. So Bhagavad Gita presents 18 distinct paths. We talked about the first one yesterday. If you missed that, you could go back and check it out. And we'll be talking about more. And I was going to just sum up the second path today because we've actually spent a lot of time on it. But I was really struck this morning when every day I have to create a new thing for this video, and I have to tick off certain things when I'm scheduling it. And one of the things I have to tick off every day is it made for kids? They ask me that every day. No. Although if kids watch this, I think it would be fine. But something new today, which was I had to affirm that I am not using computer technology to make people appear to say things that they didn't really say, that I'm not creating situations that aren't really real, yet I'm presenting it's real, and another point. And I thought, oh my gosh, we really have to attest to people nowadays that we are telling the truth because we've developed technology that's made it so easy for us to lie. And it really ties into something I was discussing last night in Yoga for Real Pain Relief class, where we were talking about the kleshas, the inherent sufferings that come with accepting a human embodiment. And if any of this ever sounds interesting, I record pretty much all the classes and workshops, and you can catch up with them later. So just let me know. You can comment or message or whatever. But anyhow, what I was talking about last night is that the deepest cause of human suffering on all levels is ignorance of the truth. And I don't mean ignorant like you're stupid. I mean ignorant like you don't even know that you don't even know the truth. So you could be watching a video now and people can use deep fake and you think something's actually happening, but it's not. And actually, this is what Krishna is presenting to Arjuna at the start of chapter 2. What you think is going on is not. Throughout the Mahabharata, the source material of the Bhagavad Gita, there's this overarching theme that everything is always moving toward the greater good. And if you could see it from a higher perspective, you would know that truth. But we forget, and that causes us suffering, especially when we think, why is God doing this to me? Or life is unfair, or the world is after me. That's a huge source of suffering for many of us, even in small ways, like when we don't get the parking spot we want. Why? Or when we do, yay, the universe is on my side. And the universe has other things to do, generally speaking. But we do take things personally. And Krishna is saying to Arjuna, you're taking things really personally because of your ego filter. You're making it all about you. And from this point forward, Krishna is going to be telling Arjuna the same things over and over, because when it comes to the truth, we need to connect to it over and over again. It's easy to get something truthful. We might read an inspirational quote and go, that's it. I'm going to remember that. And then the next day we've forgotten it. We don't even remember where we got the quote from, for example. And Krishna is going to be revealing these huge truths. And some of them are going to be overwhelming. And Krishna will say them over and over again. As we get past this part of the Gita on the various paths, you might go, I've heard that before. Well, the reason Krishna has to keep saying it over and over again is that as humans, we forget. Our ignorance comes back and takes over. We default to it. And this is a huge part of the spiritual path is over and over again, we need to commit to the truth. Every morning you can check in, like with the now the video check-ins on YouTube. Am I seeing this situation truthfully, or am I using my ego to generate something that's not really there? Did that person really say something? Or when I remember, does it make my ego feel better to remember something else or a different tone than they used? We do this so often, and it can cause a lot of hurt and heartache. Today, I invite you to, as much as you can, be truthful and to see the world truthfully. That may mean giving up the news because somebody who often looks at a news story and checks out, let's see what this news outlet says, and this news outlet says, and this news outlet says, and you'd think it was a totally different thing going on. How do we get to the heart and truth of our lives? This is key. We won't even be able to pick our path correctly if we don't know the truth about ourselves. In today's meditation, consider what is true. That could mean just being with what's happening around you, the sounds, or thinking of some belief you've held and examining it. Is that true? Did that person say that? Is my life really, is the world really out to get me? Is the world out to support me? A mudra that you can use is Samputa, the hidden treasure. The truth is often hidden in plain sight. It is cupping the left hand, and then the right hand cups too, and then they kind of fit like a little box, and they hold the treasure of the truth inside. Okay, so it's kind of like this. My hands are cupped, left hand bottom, right hand fits right over, and then you can hold it wherever feels right, wherever is your truth. And every time you come back to it, you might hold it in a different place, and that's all good. Finding the truth and committing to it time and time again. Now, Oliver must face the truth that I am going outside. See you momentarily. Let's do our balance pose. Now let's sit for our 5 minutes, perhaps with Samputa mudra, and contemplate the truth. Today's truth for me is it's flipping cold out here. See you soon. Welcome back. How was your encounter with the truth today? We may end up talking about it again tomorrow, just because of the reasons I've said, saying things over and over. I'm going to say it again. I'd love to have you at any of my Gita workshops, including the one tomorrow, where we talk about applying the Gita to your life more fully. There's a retreat coming up. We'll have more videos like this coming up. I hope you join me, and I hope you realize I really mean it. And today's dedication, if you're a March Madness fan, that's when all the college teams play each other and vie for the top spot. It's a testament to the truth, because before the games begin, everybody ruminates and picks, this team's going to win, this team's going to win, and we make our brackets, right? And then they play and the truth comes out. So I'm looking forward to some more truth. And to the Oakland Golden Grizzlies, I dedicate this to you today, and to all the underdogs who prove the truth of their convictions. Hope I get to see you tomorrow, and that's the truth. Bye.